Review Bros, back with another one today, and we're going to be looking at Blood Rush by Centurion Labz, their vasodilation formula. So we're going to be covering the usual taste, price, label and effects and wrapping it up in a final verdict to see if it's the right product for you. So stay tuned and we're going to be getting into all of it. Please do give the video a like, drop your comments down below what you think of this product, all the usual stuff, it really does help us out. Cheers guys. Moving on into that taste segment, it comes in two flavours. It comes in cherry limeade and the one we have cotton candy. Both sound very nice. We're quite happy to have gotten the cotton candy one because that probably would have been our preference. We are candy lovers. So I'll put up a video here so you can see how it mixes, how it looks, my impressions, all the rest of it. And actually it was really nice. It even smells really nice just straight out of the tub. Smells like a nice candy-ish flavour. Really, really nice. Probably the nicest smelling pre-workout we've ever come across. There's a weird fact for you. So actually we're going to give it a 9 out of 10. It pretty much tastes like candy floss in a liquid form, so there's no real complaints with it. So 9 out of 10, nailed it. So to get hold of this 30 serving tub, you go to alphafitnesssupplements.net, where you can pick this up for $44.99, which works out to $1.49 per the serving, which actually isn't too bad at all, and translated over comes to a 6.5 out of 10 on our price scale. So definitely priced better than your average pump formula, but let's see what sort of formula you're getting for that money and if it's good bang for your buck in reality. Okay, let's break down this label then. So 17.5 gram total scoopage. First up, we've got L-citrulline pure at 5 grams, which is a decent dose. You know, normally you only need 3 to 4 grams for it to be clinical. So 5 is definitely above and beyond and enough to get things moving. So that's going to increase nitric oxide levels within the bloodstream, increasing blood flow and pump. So it's a nice staple pump ingredient you'd expect to see in most pump formulas. So that's a good start. Next up, we've got Glycopump, which is the patented version of glycerol. So it's going to be a more stable form that doesn't clump as much as it would if it was normal. 3 grams is a very solid dose actually, and that's going to help pull water into the muscle cell, swell you out, push nutrients around the body effectively. So that's a nice pump ingredient again. So even just the 2 of those alone, you'd be looking at decent pumps. Moving on, we've got L-leucine, 2.7 grams. You'd normally see this in an EAA formula, an intra-workout, even a post-workout, but never normally within a pump formula. You know, very rarely do we see these in pre-workouts. Are they necessary? Not really, but it should help with protein synthesis, and that is an okay dose. Moving on, we've got betaine and hydrous at 2.5 grams, which is the nice clinical dose. That's a bit of a jack of all trades ingredient in the sense that it's going to help with power output, strength, endurance, and a bit of pumps as well. So again, a nice ingredient to see. Moving on, we've got L-norvaline, which is an amino acid that's going to help to boost nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream via a different pathway to the L-citrulline, and 300 milligrams is a very nice dose actually. Moving on, we've got Huperzine A, 200 micrograms, which is again a very nice dose, definitely on the upper end of what you see for that ingredient. That's going to help with memory, cognition, focus, all that kind of stuff. So there's no digestion aid. However, what I will say, there's covering a lot of different bases in this formula, and you've got a bit in there for pump, bit in there for endurance, and a little bit in there for focus as well. So basic, bread and butter, but good dose, so it should get the job done. Let's see how it comes together in reality. So moving into that effects section of Blood Rush, how does it come together in reality? Obviously you've all seen the label now, it's pretty much covering every base, some better than others. I would argue that the pumps are its strongest point, which is probably good considering that's what it's really going for. The endurance ingredients and a bit of nootropic focus action is just a cherry on the top really. So I would say that the pumps are actually very, very respectable. Obviously they're gonna be. You're getting the L-citrulline at the clinical dose, you're getting the Glycopump at the clinical dose, and both of those alone, like I mentioned, do work wonders for pumps. If I could choose 2 pump ingredients to use in the gym, it probably would be those 2. And the fact that they're dosed well is, you know, a bonus. So pumps are very good. You get that sort of nice full look with the veins swelling. It's, you know, it's not really much to complain about. Is it the best pump formula I've ever used? No. Is it the worst? Far from it. But for that money, for that price point, and for how good it tastes as well, that's a bonus. It's a very good product. You'll definitely get the job done. You'll definitely get great pumps on this, and you'll definitely get some vascularity going. Do you notice the endurance and focus? Not really, but I would argue that if you do take it continuously every day for, you know, weeks at a time, you would notice that, definitely. Personally, if I was wanting to bump it up to a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10, I would chuck in more focus-based ingredients. You know, we'd like to see L-tyrosine in there, alpha-GPC, we'd like to see a bit more citrulline if we're being picky, you know, perhaps a couple other pump ingredients alongside it, you know, the likes of Vaso-6, S7, nitrosogene, just to name a few, but you know, then that would drive the price up. So for what you're getting for the money, not bad. So yeah, 8 out of 10. So wrapping it all up in a final verdict, first up was that taste segment. We had the cotton candy. It was actually very nice, smelled amazing, which is weird to say for a pre-workout, but we gave that a solid 9 out of 10. Then we moved into the price segment where it got a respectable 6.5 out of 10 on the price scale. Definitely priced better than your typical pump formula, and you know what, it actually came together very well in reality, because we gave it an 8 out of 10 on the effects. So a very solid bread and butter sort of pump formula. You get a bit of nootropic, you get a bit of endurance alongside it, you know, not really much to sniff at for the money, not a bad product at all, definitely better than your average pump formula. Worth checking out if you're on a budget, worth checking out if you value the flavour, if you want something that tastes nice, that smells nice, then it might be the one for you. So do give it a look if you can get it at that good price or even better. So like I said earlier, let us know down below your thoughts on this product. Have you tried it? Have you tried any other Centurion Labz pre-workout formulas or pump formulas? We want to hear all of it. And as always, stay pumped.